10 best places to visit in Switzerland. An amazing and popular travel destination, simply mentioning Switzerland conjures up images of breathtaking scenery and immaculate snow-capped Alps. The stunning country is tucked away between the Alps, the Swiss plateau, and the Jura Mountains. Its fascinating natural landscapes, including glaciers, verdant valleys, and sparkling blue lakes, brings thousands of visitors each year. Chocolate fans will be overwhelmed with variety in Switzerland, the home of Lindt, which has a lot to offer. You will be tempted to carry a wheel of a mental home if you adore cheese. And don't forget to get that exquisite Longines or Tag Heuer watch while visiting Switzerland, as Swiss watches are renowned for their fine craftsmanship. Although during the winter it is most well known for its ski resorts, this country is lovely all year round. So join Traveler's Nirvana as we explore 10 of the best places to visit on your next trip to Switzerland. Number 10. Lucerne. Lucerne is a popular stop for travelers because of its amazing medieval architecture and its perfect location on the edge of Lake Lucerne amid snow-capped mountains. Take a stroll through Old Town and take in its old buildings, bridges, and narrow cobblestone alleyways. But don't be fooled by the name Old Town, because it's actually a great place to do a bit of shopping, as the area has quite a few shops and restaurants. Take a photo by the Chapel Bridge, built in 1933, and afterwards visit the Jesuit Church, built from 1666 to 1673, and richly decorated in white marble. Another must-see is the Dying Lion of Lucerne, an awe-inspiring monument carved out of natural rock and once described by author Mark Twain as the saddest and most moving piece of rock in the world. Number 9. Mount Pilatus. In the Swiss Alps, close to Lucerne, sits a massive mountain known as Mount Pilatus. It is considered a symbol of mountain trekking in Switzerland, not for its modest height, but because of the cogwheel railway that travels to it and reduces ascents by up to 48%. It is reputed to be the steepest racked railway in the world. The mountain has several peaks, the highest called Tomlashorn. Climbing this mountain just might be considered, no pun intended, the peak of your adventure in Switzerland. You can take a boat across Lake Lucerne to view the mountains on all sides. For lovers of trains, beautiful landscapes, and the great outdoors, Mount Pilatus is a must-see. Number 8. Zurich. Zurich is the largest city in Switzerland. It is located in the northern part of the country and is also its financial capital. And though considered to be one of the most expensive cities in Europe, this fact, however, has not in any way affected the rate at which tourists troop into the city. It earned a medal award as one of the most beautiful cities in the country, and is a place that would leave those interested in culture awestruck. The city has more than 50 museums and over 100 art galleries. If you love to see artifacts, crafts, colorful architecture, and great artwork, then Zurich is the place where you can have them all. You can enjoy a boat ride on Lake Zurich after exploring the beauty of the Lamont River. Then take a stop at the mountains to enjoy fun activities that will leave you wanting more. Finally, make sure you don't leave this city without visiting the Swiss National Museum, which holds all of the history of this beautiful country. Number 7. Interlaken. Interlaken is regarded as one of Switzerland's top vacation spots because of its picturesque and distinctive location, sandwiched between 2 mountains and 2 lakes, and the exciting fun you can explore there. Of course, there are other breathtaking sceneries in Switzerland, but Interlaken remains the best place to start your vacation in Switzerland because it is located right in the center of the country, close to all the major towns and tourist destinations. Not only is Interlaken easily accessible, but it also offers a remarkable and beautiful landscape. It is a spot where you will simply exhaust your camera storage, surrounded by breathtaking natural beauty. Every location is worthy of dozens of photos and video footage, so make sure you have plenty of storage space on your camera or phone. If you are searching for a vantage point from which you can easily see the entirety of Interlaken and the surrounding villages, Harderklum is the place to be. Besides, from here you can see Lake Brenz and Lake Thun from one perspective. Oberhofen Castle is one of the 8 castles you will see around Lake Thun. More than likely, this is the castle in Switzerland that you frequently see on social media and will certainly end up on yours. Number 6. St. Moritz. St. Moritz is more than just a holiday resort in Switzerland. This town has hosted the Olympics twice. St. Moritz is one of the most famous and among the first winter sports resorts. Activities like hiking, biking, water sports, and swimming are all available during your visit to St. Moritz. And the beautiful alpine scenery with 25 crystal clear mountain lakes, as well as forests and glaciers, is the region's greatest attraction, drawing tourists and outdoor sports enthusiasts year-round. Winter-friendly games like skiing, polo, and cricket are games you should look forward to playing when you visit this historic site. But there are also wonderful activities such as tennis, horseback riding, hiking, and many more for you to engage in if you decided to visit during the summer months. Consider taking a look at the glacial landscape before leaving St. Moritz, because there are several spectacular vistas. From Da Voletza to Morterasch Glacier, there is so much to see here. Number 5. Jungfrau region. Also known as the top of Europe because it features the highest train station in Europe, Jungfrau is considered to be one of Switzerland's best destinations, well positioned between 2 mountains and 2 lakes. Needless to say, it is a most suitable place for those who are lovers of adrenaline-pumping activities. The Jungfrau region is one of the most adventurous places to visit in Switzerland and one of the most visited places that tourists visit in Switzerland. The region is likewise the location of the highest post office in Europe. A few years ago, only extremely courageous tourists who love to climb through the mountains visited the area. But thanks to the development of the rails leading to it, it has become a place of adventure for many tourists. Visit here to see the glacier up close, in a way you probably have never seen before. This is a perfect stop for you to snowtube or snowboard. Another popular tourist attraction is the Grindelwald, the first aerial tram. The glacier tunnel makes the experience on the site a memorable one. If you are not willing to explore the high sites, you can enjoy hiking on the lower level paths. Your visit to the Jungfrau region would definitely be a highlight of your trip to Switzerland, because you will never run out of lakes, valleys, and mountains to explore. Number 4. The Rhine Falls. The most impressive and most powerful waterfall in all of Europe is unquestionably the Rhine Falls. Around 15,000 years old, over 1 million tourists visit this well-known tourist destination every year. And many of them come to view not just the Rhine Falls, but also the picturesque countryside and villages that line the Rhine River. The observation platform and the observation deck, built in the heart of the powerful water, gives you the opportunity to get closer to this astonishing wonder and take some even more amazing pictures. If you're visiting the Rhine Falls around the 1st of August, you're in for a treat, as it is the Swiss national holiday and you will get to witness a spectacular fireworks display. Number 3. Geneva. Geneva is one of the most beautiful cities in Switzerland and is located on the western side of the country. It serves as the international headquarters of several international organizations, including the Red Cross, the United Nations Organization, and 37 others. It is located on the edge of the enormous Lake Geneva, which is one of Europe's largest freshwater lakes. And if you've ever tasted Evian water, you may be surprised to learn that it comes from the same lakeside town of Evian, though on the French side. The melted snow from the Alps immediately feeds the crystal clear streams and contributes to building a beautiful setting. You can wander into one of the city's numerous lovely parks, such as the Jardin des Botaniques, which serves as both a hangout spot and an outdoor museum. Massive is an understatement when describing Geneva's numerous and diverse monuments. The Jet d'Eau is unquestionably the most well-known landmark in the area. This enormous water jet, which is located in the harbor center in Lake Geneva, can shoot 500 liters of water at a speed of 200 kilometers, or 130 gallons, at over 300 miles per hour. Additionally, it extends up to 140 meters, 460 feet, into the air. Another significant monument to behold is the Reformation Wall. It serves as a living memorial to yet another significant moment in Swiss history, the Swiss Reformation, a religious movement that took place in the later Middle Ages. The wall at Parc des Bastions is 100 meters, 325 feet, long and stands at a height of 10 meters, 30 feet. The four prominent Reformation figures, John Calvin, William Farel, Theodore Beza, and John Knox, are engraved on the wall. Geneva is also home to one of the most significant centers for science and technology in the world, CERN, which is the European Organization for Nuclear Research. So if you're into science and technology, this is certainly a must-see. Number 2. Bern. Bern, the capital of Switzerland, has the feel of a small town rather than a city. Nestled in on both sides by the Ahr River, the city traces its origins back to the 12th century. The medieval buildings and arcades have been well preserved over the years, just one of the reasons why you need to see this picturesque city in person to truly appreciate its history and charm. The bear, Bern's iconic symbol, can be found everywhere, on the Bernese flag, coat of arms, monuments, door frames, and the occasional lamppost. However, the city's bear park, which has housed a captive population for years, is the only place where you can view live ones. In 2017, for the first time in 190 years, wild bears were seen wandering the hills, making it a historic year for the canton. Bern is also referred to as the City of Fountains. There are dozens of them in the vicinity of its historic center, some of which are stunning and others of which are just downright weird, such as the child-eating ogre. Many are now more than 500 years old. The Gothic tower of the Cathedral of St. Vincent dominates both the city skyline and its central square. The Münsterplatz is the ideal location to take in this exquisite craftsmanship. It's also a must to ascend the tower, to experience the stunning panoramas over the city's rooftops and the Bernese Oberland beyond. The Zeitglocke, Bern's famous clock tower, is located next to the cathedral. It was built in the 13th century and has since served as a guard tower, prison block, and clock tower, among other things. It used to be the city's main clock and set the time for all other watches. Among those many well-preserved buildings that line the streets of Bern is the former home of Albert Einstein. Ensure you visit this beautifully preserved structure. Finally, it is completely impossible to visit Bern without taking a walk to the Emmental Valley, the region where the renowned Holy Swiss cheese began. Number 1. Swiss National Park. Swiss National Park can be said to be a conglomeration of life and beauty. Located on the eastern side of the country, it was founded in 1914 and is one of the earliest national parks in Europe. It is the only national park in the country and covers a large area of over 170 square kilometers, or 65 miles, which makes every activity fun and adventurous. Various mammals and birds also add to the scenic view of the park, and everything in there is put in place to preserve its natural beauty. Tourists can enjoy hiking and watching the animals, and the child-friendly trail makes for an enjoyable time for even the youngest at the park. It is truly a beautiful place for a family hangout. However, there are strict rules guiding this park. It is prohibited to light a fire, leave the designated trails, or camp outside the Schimane-Kluotze in the park. Additionally, it is not permitted to harm the animals or disturb the animals or take home anything from the park. And even on a leash, dogs are not permitted. Due to these stringent regulations, the Swiss National Park is the only park in the Alps to have been categorized as a strict nature reserve, the highest level of protection. There are numerous lodging options available nearby or inside the park, but Schimane-Kluotze is your best bet if you want a place within the park. Well, unfortunately, that brings us to the end of this video. We sincerely hope that you enjoyed our list and ask that you please subscribe, like, and turn on your post notification to be advised when more amazing content is available. See you in the next video.